scary. Okay. So here we are in the woods.
Something's not right here.
You're just a chicken.
I feel so strange. What's that?
Nothing.
It's a house.
It's Myrtle, so Kanzi.
What should we do?
Only I had some sort of clue about what to do. Let's try the door.
It's dark in here.
Yeah.
Is that your hand?
Is that your hand?
Witch! Witch!
Are you eating my house?
No.
Are you eating the house?
What? I'm hungry. You should try the floorboards. They're really tasty.
I'm so disappointed in today's young people. I'm going to have to teach you a lesson by eating you.
Eating us.
But first I have to fatten you up.
So they were locked in a cage and force-fed sugar water like mice. They grew fatter and fatter. They dieted a bit and they got fatter until...
Why does my cologne smell like gravy?
Why, hello, my sweeties. Except you, boy, you have more rugged masculinity to you.
Thanks.
I need some help cleaning out my oven. Any volunteers? Anyone?
Oh, me?
Okay, good. Come along, Hansel.
It's Hansel.
Oh yes, Hansel. Now will you just put this apple in your mouth
No problem.
and crawl in here?
Oh, hey, I dropped a quarter. Could you pick it up?
A quarter?
Eat this, witch.
Ah! I'm melting! Oh wait, no, I'm burning! Ah!
That's a wood. Let's eat our house.
After Hansel's untimely death, Gretel married a wandering woodcutter, and they had a child who would eventually grow up to make deals with several supernatural entities who would then imprison her daughter in a tower.
But
There's always a but.
one question remains.
Where does the witch come from?
Glad you should ask. Once upon a time, there was a dwarf.
I prefer little person.
In fact, two dwarfs,
I prefer dwarf.
and they worked in the mines all day.
I've been working on the railroad.
Whistle while you work.
We can't use that song.
I do what I want.
No, we can't use that song. It's like copyright. The mouse will sue us. So the dwarves worked in the mines all day and they sang their song, and when they came home to find...
What the heck is that thing?
She's huge! Get her away from me! She's gonna eat me!
You see, most people back then were cannibals, which would explain the witch. But dwarf number one, who we'll name Dopey,
Copyright!
Slappy, was not afraid.
I couldn't help noticing that you're in my bed. So I'm gonna chop you up and eat you.
Time out, time out.
What? I'm just doing what my character wants.
No, you do not get to eat Snow White. You
Okay.
are not the villains.
Look, I've been doing some character work, okay? Slappy, he's had a hard life. He's been discriminated for being a dwarf. He's working in the mines all day. He has that black bundle thing, you know. Yep. So he hates the world. He just hates it. And now he wants to get revenge on all the humans who wronged him. And so when some giant chick shows up in his home and sleeps in his bed, dinner time.
No, we are doing the story as originally written. Snow White wakes up, she helps the dwarves, she gets poisoned by an apple, and eventually she finds her own prince.
Why do I? Why do
Why do I
I?
have to clean the house? Is it because I'm a woman?
Yes.
No, it's because you feel bad for the little dwarves, and they're messy, and you have OCD, you want to make everything nice.
I don't see why I have to be the maid. I'm the princess here. They should be cleaning up for me.
All right. And you see, she's gotten into enough trouble. Let's eat her.
No, they're doing the story as originally written.
Maybe we should just let them rewrite the story.
I don't think so.
Okay. Here's another one. I've been cursed by a witch, and now I have supernatural powers.
And sometimes the originals are, how do you say, bad?
Bad? Bad? These are classics. Classics!
You know, I've always wanted to animate zombies.
me show you a class. Number 191, Lean Lisa.
Never heard of it.
Am I beautiful?
You're lean. So once upon a time, Lean Lisa lay in bed with her husband, Long Lawrence.
Oh, do I get to be Long Lawrence?
Yes.
Sweet! Dear husband, I was thinking,
Oh, be quiet, woman.
I'm tired of being poor and hungry. What if we took the cow in the field and tried to get her to have calves? Then we could raise the cows and sell them. Then we'd have enough money to buy more animals, and then we wouldn't have to starve.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of work. Quiet your wagging tongue, woman.
And then she died. The end.
Can I talk with my version now?
Seriously? That's what it says?
Here.
That was terrible.
Are y'all gonna need me anytime soon?
Yes, we're starting over right now. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful girl. You get to be Snow White this time.
Really? I've always wanted to be Snow White. I remember my 5th birthday party. It was a dress-up party. All my friends came as Goldfed, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and that weird thing from McDonald's commercial. But I was Snow White, and I was so pretty, and I took a little dress with my wings down. It was the happiest day of my life. Until my mom told me I was a toy. And of course, she'd been the one who made me.
I'm moving on.
And she was the most beautiful girl in the entire kingdom.
I am the prettiest.
But her stepmother was jealous.
Snow White.
Stepmother.
Is that a zit I see on your face?
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
You do seem to be putting on weight.
Not on this body, sister. It's curved and tight and streamlined.
I think you should tweeze your eyebrows. They're looking puffy.
My eyebrows are like a block of clay in the hands of a blind god sculpting eyebrows. Stop.
Just go with it. And the stepmother went up to her room and gazed in her magic mirror.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest one of all?
Certainly not you.
Curses!
You know, that's a good idea. You should do that.
But Snow White had other plans.
Mirror, mirror, hanging on black hooks. Why must I be judged by my looks?
Fashion magazine.
I'm so much more. I've got a brain and martial arts skills. I plan on joining one of the 7 sisters after I graduate high school, or I plan on double majoring in social psychologies and women's studies.
You do know I only answer rhyming questions. Besides, those aren't real majors.
Okay, mirror, mirror, hanging over there. How do I make the young people care?
Make a music video with hot chicks.
It's not a very good answer.
And just then,
Snow White.
Stepmother.
Stepmother.
Snow White.
Look at me and no Snow White.
Stepmother.
Look at me in no despair, Snow White, for I have had a lot of plastic surgery in Hollywood, and I've had a lot of money. My bust points north, my skin is as smooth as a lake after a storm. I've had all my tattoos lasered off, and I've erased every visible trace of life experience in the past 27 years. I've tucked, sucked, vacuumed, and now I am even more beautiful than you.
Not quite.
Darn it! How about an apple as a peace offering?
When will you learn, Stepmother, that us women shouldn't be judged by our surface beauty, but rather on the contents of our brains?
That's just stupid.
How about I use my martial arts skills to take you out then?
Oh, it's on!
Hey, I was just in the neighborhood looking for a girl to come out to make out with. And whoa, chick fight!
and it was a glorious battle.
Ow, 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 ow!
Go, Snow White!
A titanic struggle between good and evil, purity versus corruption. Until finally,
I shall transform myself into a black dragon.
no, that was in the Sleeping Beauty movie.
I thought we were doing Sleeping Beauty.
No, this is Snow White.
Take that, wait!
Ah! I'm melting! Oh wait, I'm bleeding! Ah!
That was so hard. Somebody else I know, Prince. You're very forward. Come on, I'm a modern woman. Come on, let's go get married.
And they all lived happily ever after and avoided traditional gender roles. And the 7 dwarfs cooked for them and cleaned the house and did all that other junk that Snow White was supposed to do in the store. The end.
Well, that was enlightening.
Thank you.
But the witch actually survived the vicious stabbing. It's just a flesh wound!
No.
What? It is. I've suffered worse.
Can we please get through this play without any Monty Python references?
And she made a house out of candy and ate little children. The end.
But where did the dwarf come
But
from?
where did the dwarf come from?
Exactly. You see, the true origin here lies with the dwarf number 2. This is a little story I like to call number 95. The Devil's Grandmother.
The devil has a grandmother?
Everybody has a grandmother, and you should call yours before she dies.
A phone call, mate.
I thought you would never. Now, before we start, I'd like everybody to think of that special old person in their lives. Think of the one. And think about, what do you like to be old for a day? You already know, sirs. Imagine the best is behind you, knowing you would be waiting to fall in the arms of death. Your body preparing your mind for last. Tell us about it, sir. See, this man is old, he can't even speak. Now, this is a very special story brought to us by the Hallmark Channel.
Hallmark's special Hallmark Channel's presentation presents you The Devil's Grandmother. Times were tough on the old farm.
Now that your grandpa's dead, I'll have to plant these seeds all by myself.
It was a special garden, a garden of love.
Grandmama, Grandmama, I heard about Grandpa. Do you need a hug?
And so began a special relationship between a grandmother and her grandson, who also happened to be the devil.
Can I help you plant those peas, Grandmama?
Sure you can. Just don't let me catch you using those dark magic of yours.
Oh, Grandmama.
But the garden couldn't stay green forever.
Grandmama, what happened? I'm your grandson, the devil.
No, where did I put my glasses?
I'm afraid your grandma has Alzheimer's.
No, it's not fair. It's not fair, Grandmama.
So they decided to go on one last road trip together.
I've always wanted to see the Grand Canyon.
We'll make it there, even though I can't legally drive.
Originally, laws never stopped you before.
And it would be the wackiest road trip of their lives.
Did you just burn Albuquerque to the ground using the power of Hades?
Shh, don't tell anyone.
Just me.
But maybe, just maybe, they would learn a little something about the power of the human heart.
Our car ran out of gas, so I stole a human heart, and I'm using it to power our car.
But the greatest lesson they learned was when they reached the Grand Canyon.
Your grandpa and I always wanted to come to the Grand Canyon, but there were too many chores on the farm.
I can summon him from the dead and place his soul inside a coyote.
Wouldn't be the same. Which kind?
But even special Hallmark presentations have sad endings.
Grandmama, Grandmama!
I'm afraid she didn't make it.
Why, God, why?
Because you're the devil and I don't like you.
I curse you and your kingdom.
Yeah, I know that. What are you gonna do about it?
I'm afraid your grandma doesn't have insurance, so I'm gonna have to charge you for medical bills for dying, which amount to about $23,000.
I curse you.
And he shrank and shrank until he became quite small. In fact, a dwarf.
Now go work in the mines with the rest of your kind.
But of course, we can't really understand.
But of course, we can't really understand the story until we figure out where the devil's grandmother came from.
Can we just pause for a second?
What?
Is that really how the Brothers Grimm recorded that story?
Well, it's a modern adaptation. Took a few liberties. Okay, fine. The actual story is about a couple of soldiers signing their soul away to the devil, but the devil's grandmother feels sorry for them, blah, 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 blah. I just thought the title sounded fun.
Fine, but now to fit that into our story.
However, that is not
However,
the end.
that's not the end of her story.
That's the beginning.
Exactly.
So it's time for lightning round recap.
It is?
Of course, otherwise no one would be able to follow the narrative. So what we're going to do to finish off the show is re-perform everything that we've already done in 2 minutes. Ready?
I was born like
All right, and go! Heavens!
After their
Joystick!
daughter married a demon.
It's all your fault!
Serial killer.
I'm old now, grandson.
You're losing your mind because you're old.
You're the devil.
I know.
You're sick.
Let's go to the
You're
Grand
dead.
I curse you.
Not a dwarf, I mean little person.
Let's go to our own dwarf village with 5 of our friends.
That sounds like a great idea.
Oh my god, a giant honey.
Oh, a dwarf.
Little person.
How about you clean our place and then you take us in today?
You're not gonna
sail